Welcome back to Lynes on Design. We enjoyed Window World so much, we're going to play again.
Great.
Richard King,
Love having
thank you again. He's the project manager here at this Window World, but you're really out and about and all over.
Absolutely. We do a lot of travel.
And you know, the last time we talked, it was really interesting because we did basically an overview of products and talked a little bit about what sets you all apart.
Correct.
Today I think it'd be really interesting to talk about siding. It's something I know that is really important to this part of the business.
It really is, you know, especially when you get in over like Hilton Head, Sun City, Beaufort, Bluffton areas. You know, a lot of people have stucco.
Okay.
And stucco really is not the greatest thing to put on the side of a house.
As we have found out.
Exactly. You know, you get hairline cracks and you get water in behind that, and then, you know, water develops into rot, which develops into molding. It can actually make a pretty unhealthy area for the people living in the home.
So talk to me a little bit about what siding is.
Well, siding is a couple of things. One, it'll change the look of a house, and with different options that you can do with siding. You know, an example would be like this right here. This is called a Dutch lap, so it has some extra bends in it. So you can actually change the look of the house, or you can do a straight lap like we have here.
Oh, so there's actually some, okay.
Yeah, you have a lot of different variations. You have a lot of different colors. You know, Sun City is a great example. They have certain colors that they want to use in Sun City, and we have every one of those available. You actually have about 35 different colors of siding you can choose from for an average home.
Let me even go back to more basic. We talked about the exterior of houses. We've got stucco, you've got brick.
Right.
Whatever, wood. Siding is another one.
Right.
And so what is siding, and what makes it so healthy to have?
Well, siding is basically vinyl.
Okay.
And it's colored at the factory and it comes out. Now, one of the things that we offer is insulated siding, and we're very proud of this. We actually have patents on this through our manufacturing process. And the thing about the insulated siding, or any siding in general, is what's called permeation, or breathability, if you will. The scale goes from 0 to 8. And a 0 is concrete, hardy board, things along that line where there's no air travel. If you're standing outside in the wind, of course, that's a permeation of 8. That's just wind passing by.
Okay.
The siding we sell has a permeation factor of 5, which means take a hot shower, cook some hot soup, you have some humidity in the air at that point. You need that to leave the house. Our products actually allow that water to wick away and get away from the house, making the home more comfortable and safer, and stopping any humidity or things along that line from building within the walls.
I mean, these are things that people, as consumers, I think would really benefit from knowing. But
Absolutely.
But a lot of us, I wouldn't have known to even ask the question.
Well, exactly. Most people don't rebuild their own homes.
No.
So that's what
I'm more interested in what the heck color I'm going to use.
Right, exactly.
And you're trying to tell me how to. But does this make it just much more energy efficient also?
Well, the insulated siding that we use actually will add an R value of 3.5 to any wall we put it on. So
okay, we get to know what an R value is.
An R value.
Like,
everybody knows what an R value is. It's insulation.
Okay.
And it's how it rates how much energy you're going to save on the home. Adding an R value of 3.5 to a wall,
that's a big deal.
It is a big deal. And basically what I like to tell people is, you know, if you consider wrapping your house in the old styrofoam cooler, what's that going to do to your energy bill? It's going to make it lower. And that's basically what we do with our products. We wrap your home in foam, we seal it up, and we make sure that you don't have any water getting in behind. Any water that does develop is allowed to permeate out of the house and away. Makes the home a lot more beautiful. Plus siding, you don't have to paint it. You don't have to worry about maintaining it. All you have to do is clean it up every couple of years, and it's going to look brand new for a long time.
Power wash it?
You can power wash it. There are a lot of products that are available that you can just spray on, let sit for about a minute or two, and then hose it off.
Is that what I'm looking at with some of these?
Yeah, some of those colors we do have in siding, absolutely.
Now, is siding more of a flat surface, or is it, I know you're like, what are you asking?
Yeah.
As opposed to wood being textured and layered?
Well, that's the thing. You have different types of siding, because you can get a wood grain in a siding.
Okay.
So you have a lot of,
like
you have a lot of different options on siding. You can do a flat like this that resembles hardy board, which is very popular here.
And the reason I think I'm asking is I'm old enough to say, oh, siding?
Yeah. Well, another beautiful thing about siding is when it goes on, it hangs perfectly straight. So if you do have imperfections in your home, little warping, things along that lines, this absolutely covers those imperfections and gives you a nice, straight, clean surface when you're into your house when we're done with the project.
Is vinyl a cost-effective option?
Very much cost-effective option. Anytime you can raise the energy efficiency level of your home, you're going to lower your utility bills.
Well, that makes sense.
And then at that point, it's just a matter of how long does it take with your energy savings to pay for the product that you're using.
You know, in the first show, we also talked a little bit about this leaf sentry.
Yep.
What is this do you do shingles too?
Well, basically, the way this is set up here, the leaf sentry sits under the shingles. So the shingles overlap. That way no water can get up under the edge of the shingles. And then again, your debris runs off, the water is caught and pulled back into the gutter system, and then we manage that and move it away from the house.
When you're doing a remodeling, and I hate people ask me questions, it's like blind and you're like, yeah. and you're talking about, okay, I need to redo my windows.
Okay.
All right. What are you going to advise me? What am I going to be looking for?
Well, we want to look at the different codes in your area. We want to make sure that everything's up to code and your safety's there.
Okay.
We want to look at the different options that you want for aesthetics on the home. How do you want the home to look?
For example, what does that mean?
Well, like a double hung window like we looked at in the first show.
That's right.
That goes up and down,
Okay.
or we have something like this right here that's a slider that slides over. A change of your window type can actually dramatically change the look of the house.
The exterior of the house?
Absolutely. So we want to look at that. We also want to look at where that window's sitting. You know, what type of structure are we setting that window into, because that will actually dictate what type of install process is used to make sure that we can seal that out properly.
Is there a difference in the insulation factor of different kinds of windows?
There are. You have multiple things. Now, windows are rated by two different things. You have what's called a U factor,
okay,
which is basically the similarity to an R value.
Okay.
And then you have what's called solar heat gain coefficiency, which is really measuring radiant heat. And down here in the south, we get a lot of radiant heat, July, August, especially on a lot of the older homes that don't have what's called low E. And low E basically is silver that's baked into the glass at the factory. So that gives it that slight tint. And that's there to reflect long-wave UVA and UVB from the sun, so we eliminate a lot of that radiant heat. Again, in a lot of the older homes in August, you feel like you're getting a suntan sitting in the kitchen. We get rid of that with the low E. So you have different levels of that you can choose from as well. You can do a standard solar zone low E, you can do an elite level, which takes you to an Energy Star rating, or you can do with what we have right here, which is called 340 glass, which is actually the most energy efficient glass that's out right now.
Because?
Because the type of low E that's put in here, this will actually reflect about 97% of radiant.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, and all that comes into lowering your energy bills as well.
Now, are most windows wood, or again, like doors, they're not so much wood?
Well, there are a lot of different types out there. There's some companies that do still sell wood, and that's really good for like the historic homes, things along that line.
That's right.
Most companies prefer to use vinyl because vinyl is a longer lasting product. It's much more energy efficient, and a lot easier to maintain while you're living in the home.
Let me ask you a question. When you go to do a remodel, what is the average length of time to get product? Is there...
Well, everything we do is built to fit. We only do custom work.
Okay, so that was really...
And the reason for that is, you know, especially like in an older home, things settle, things get out of square. So we want to build everything to fit because we're going to warranty this forever.
Okay, these are two important things.
Exactly.
Built to fit, which means custom, which means warranty.
Absolutely, and the warranty's lifetime, which is transferable if you ever sell the home. But we want to build everything to fit, and usually from the day you decide you're ready to move forward, we're about 4 to 5 weeks out most of the time to have everything built. And then the guys come out. Most products can be handled, or jobs can be handled within a day, no more than 2 days most of the time.
And not to be redundant, again, in the first show we talked a little bit about installation, but in here I want to make sure people still understand that most people's experience is your contractor has the installers that put all of things in. But it's really different with you all.
It really is. We use everybody as in-house. Our guys are trained through AAMA, NFRC, EPA for lead containment with a lot of older homes, and then Window World University as well. So we use our own in-house installers, which means the job's done the same way every time, and we know the job's done right.
Well, to spec, you're there.
Exactly, with the proper products, and with that, we also not only warranty our products, we warranty our labor and installation for lifetime as well.
Do you want people to come over and make selections here? Do you go on site? I mean,
we can do it either way, whatever works best for the customer. We're open in our showrooms from 8 in the morning till 4:30 in the afternoon, so anybody's welcome to come by at the Savannah or the Ridgeland location.
Okay, there is a Ridgeland location.
There is a Ridgeland location.
I see that too. That's fun.
And if you like, you can make a call to the store. We'd be glad to book a time for one of our consultants to come out, take a look.
Which makes sense.
Come out, take a look at the property. We'll bring everything you need to have all the information you need. We'll spend as much time as is necessary to go over everything. And another thing about Window World is we're a no pressure company. So we're not going to beat you up. We don't sell used cars, and we're not going to tell you the sky is falling to get you to try to force you to sign something. Everybody works on their own time frame. It's your home, it's your wallet, and therefore it's your choice.
Oh, I mean, it's amazing. I really appreciate this. Thank you so much for coming today.
Absolutely, my pleasure.
Thank you all for joining us here on Lynes on Design. Have a great week.